Hi there, as usual it's me, just a voiceover, you're watching review machines, and this is the newest electric scooter, Electroway F2S. Why this scooter can be interesting for us? The matter is, it was sent us by the shop. But you know, we don't want to make another just a regular review. It has been raining outside for days running, so we are going to make some hard tests for this scooter in tough rainy conditions. And Electroway is a good variant for that, cause it's an ATV 2x2 scooter that, according to the manufacturer statement, is designed not only for asphalt, but for cross-country as well. Today we are going to find out if it is really so, and make other key tests like maximum speed and range. Well, my friend, make some tea and get comfortable, we are to start right now. It's raining cats and dogs all the time, but our scooter should resist such weather. But firstly, let's speak few words about the exterior. To be frank, I can't say that it looks dope or something like that. No, it has just a regular look, like many other Chinese electric 2x2 scooters. But it has some features that make this vehicle bright and effective. First of all, I mean this transparent deck with colorful lights. I think at night it will look amazing. It's worth waiting till dark to see it, isn't it? As I said, the manufacturer states it's an ATV electric scooter. Let me remind you what are the key features for any ATV. First of all-wheel drive. And we have it here. 10-inch wheels with two electric motors, 1200 watts each, 2400 watts totally. The second, we need aggressive tires. I can't say these tires are very aggressive, but it's mud tires for the scooters, so let it be. Then it's equipped with lithium battery 26 Ah, so I expect quite a decent range. The next important feature for any ATV is a suspension and the ground clearance, and the both of them are quite decent here. The matter is, there is a front adjustable hydraulic suspension, like on a motorbike, and spring rear suspension. Due to this feature, the scooter can be used on rough terrain, so we will check it later. The next feature, the both wheels are equipped with disc hydraulic brakes. Then I should mention quite powerful lights. It looks dope and rather aggressive. We will test them at night to find out if they are effective. Let's have a look at the handlebar. The computer is protected with a rubber cover, so rainy weather is not a problem. It's bright, with distinctive info. Even in sunny weather, it's easy to check it. There is all the necessary info. Besides, there is a small display under the dashboard to control the battery voltage. The handles are made of soft and pleasant to touch rubber. Next to it, there are two buttons, the rear and all-wheel drive. At the left we see a USB socket and some kind of compass. And this is quite a peculiar solution. The handlebar is foldable here, and we can adjust the height of it. Then let's look at the folding gear. To fold the scooter, the first thing we should do is to open a safety handle. And then the next lever opens the folding lock. The handlebar can be used as a handle for carrying the scooter. And it's high time to wait. Well, it's definitely a weighty device. The result is 36 kilos. Now my favorite part, we are going to test this scooter on a cross-country road. And the season of rains makes this test even more interesting. We are facing rather severe conditions today. And what is the first thing any offroader should do when he is facing tough conditions? Right, we should lower tires pressure. Let's do it. And finally, we are ready to hit the road. Today we are going to do our test in the following way. As we can see, the conditions are harsh for any electric scooter. Water and dirt are not the best friends for these devices. So we are doing extreme tests today, and I don't recommend you to repeat the same things with your scooters, even if they have some waterproofing. Anyway, it's interesting if our scooter will survive such tests. Let's consider this as an experiment. So on the first day we do some off-roading, and then, if it gets over it, we will do the main tests on asphalt. Meantime, I have already got the feel of this scooter, and here they are my very first impressions. You know, if you have a proper outfit like mine, it's an exciting pastime to ride this scooter in dirt. 2400 watts power is more than enough. I'm riding now in the second power mode, and it's excessive. All-wheel drive and mud tires allowed to move steadily in dirt. Firstly, I tried to avoid any puddles, but then I rode right through them, cause it kept traction perfectly. So, generally speaking, my very first impressions are, it's really an all-terrain scooter. Then I should say a few words about the suspension. The front suspension is awesome, I really liked it. It has a decent travel, and it works in the most comfortable way, even on big routes and hummocks. You can control the scooter without any shaking, even crossing such logs. I think it's impressive for a scooter. As to the rear suspension, I can't say it's perfect, just a regular spring. It works, but it's rather tough. In general, the suspension of this vehicle is very decent, as well as the ground clearance. Now a good example of the advantage of all-wheel drive. When I tried to move with a rear-wheel drive, the front wheel doesn't keep track, and it's much more harder to ride on the same road, where I don't have any problems moving with all-wheel drive. Though it's obvious, if you have a rear-wheel drive scooter, it's impossible to use it in rainy weather on country roads. Now let's try a low-range mode. Well, actually it's not a mechanical low range, of course, it's just the eco mode. But in fact, this mode is really like a low range. In this mode we can move at a very low speed, but with good torque. That would be useful, for example, for moving among trees in the forest. But there are some drawbacks. Firstly, I didn't like the throttle, it's uncomfortable for me. Meantime, it's getting dark, and in the dark, the scooter looks really dope, like a transport from a cyberpunk game. Besides, it's rather good for a rider to be notable on road at night. And with such lights, you will be notable from a very long distance. The headlamp is also quite effective, as we can see. Well, let's get back to home and recharge the battery. We will continue our tests tomorrow. Good morning, my friends! We are to begin the second day of our tests. We recharged the battery, pumped up the tires, and now we are ready to hit the road. Let's start the GPS tracker to measure the range. First of all, I want to mention that the scooter survived our extreme tests without any visible consequences. Besides, I liked how it moves on asphalt, though there are little vibrations due to the mud tires. And while the battery is fresh, let's check the maximum speed. According to the GPS speedometer, the maximum speed is 48 km per hour. It's rather fast for a scooter, but there are much faster of them actually. On the other hand, any ATV is not very fast as usually. Then I should say the conditions today are not ideal for range test. It's pretty cold, about 8 degrees, and it's windy. My weight is 87 kilos. I ride in the second mode at a speed about 40 km per hour. All-wheel drive is on. And while we are riding, let's speak about the prices. And the price of this scooter in our state is $1,200. Meantime, the battery is dead, and we are ready to see the final results. And the result is 55 kilometers. Not bad for a scooter taking into account tough conditions. Summing up our video, I can say that Electroway is a decent scooter that can be used not only on asphalt, but on country roads, even in rainy weather. Thanks for having a ride with us, my friends. Please post your comments what you think of this scooter. Consider subscribing the channel if you liked this video. Stay with us, there will be many more interesting materials here. Goodbye.